Alright guys, this should be the end of week 16. I'm not gonna have the camera stand today because I just wanna film this video in a selfie mode, just to, speed up the whole process because it's at night. I have had a long day. I've already had a very long day today. Even though it was Sunday, it was packed with work and it was packed with a lot of project ideas that I'm working on. So it's always hard, on embarking on this journey, truly embarking on this journey in really doing something and working on a project. People talk a lot on social media, people post a lot, people self glamorize too much. And I think it's really, really important that we get down to basics, get down to reality, and focus on what we've set out to do. Talk less, work more. And once you are really in the midst of working, that's when you realize, damn, it's tough. Nothing is easy. And so I think that it is essential that we keep ourselves accountable and we keep ourselves true to our words because that's what makes the true difference. It's not so much about the, what would I say? The talk you show to the world. Most people do things in order to impress other people. Most people do things in order to, you know, live up to other people's so-called expectations. And listen, guys, you just have one life. I only have one life, and I only can live so long. So I have to do what I'm supposed to do. I have to be willing and be brave enough to step into that direction, you know, regardless of what the world tells you, you can do it. So, today, this week is a losing week. It's hard because it's just a very tough thing that you have to realize and you have to accept that in the world of trading, anything can happen. No matter how good a strategy is, no matter how much you believe in what it works, even though the back tested results is around 70% win rate, you still have these down weeks. And so it's been 4 months into the challenge and I'm still close to break even. That's goes to say a lot about my strategy. For the first, I would say for the first 2 months, I was just dabbling around, testing different things, not really 100% focused on my trading plan. Second month, a lot more focused, a lot more dedication. Third month, a lot more dedication. And the fourth month, that's when I realized that there are some major issues that I have to adjust. And so I believe that the strategy is fully set. I'm not going to change much unless the market changes with the Federal Reserve or central banks printing excess amount of money, causing huge volatilities in the market. But apart from that, I don't think much is needed. So it's tough to make these losing reports, but I'm going to do it. So stay tuned.
Alright guys, so back to the trading floor, the charts. Let's take a look at the all the trades that we've taken. So first one is at US dollar Japanese yen. We've identified the strong volume accumulation level, and by drawing the level right here, we've found out that this was the level at 107.08 as the most liquid, given that there were more buying orders at that level. And so we waited for the price to come back. This level was formed on 15th of April, and we have waited for around almost 10 to 11 days until price came back down, touched this level, and then made a 10 pip bounce. So we made profits off this, and it was a good trade, winning trade, $83.9 profit. Well, the reason why it was only 83.9 was because there were significant important news that was about to be released, and so we got out a little early just in case, in order to prevent unnecessary volatility from stopping us out. So this was the first trade. The next trade we had were in let's see, USD CAD. So on the USD CAD, we had two opportunities. The first one we took was on the 28th of April. It was a long setup. So right here on the 28th of April, prices came back down. Right now, forget about this level because it was tested. If we look on top right here, we had a really strong, resistance right here. Prices came back up, broke the zone, and so we were waiting for a retest. A retest that price touches back here and then make a bounce move because we want a reversal trade. Now apparently the reversal trade failed because from here it moved down by more than 30 pips. So it was a losing trade. We got stopped out and we had to take a loss. So one loss over there. Another trade we took was on this level. Excuse me. Another trade we took, apart from this one, was on this level. Now, right here we've also identified a short position, given that we had a volume accumulation / trend setup with the greatest amount of sell orders being positioned at 1.3924. As prices came back, it just blew past it, and we had to be stopped out. However, since it blew past it 24, right, by 10 pips, which is right here, and kept going up, this is when we have to readjust our initial position and wait for a reversal setup. And so once it broke by 10 pips, it has to be 10 pips. All right, that's very important. 10 pips. Broke by 10 pips, comes back, retests this level and goes back up. If I've taken this trade, we would have avoided the loss, but unfortunately I did not, and so that was the ending. We had to take a losing trade and accept another loss. Okay, so next trade was on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Excuse me guys, I'm just quite tired today. We had a opportunity right here with a volume accumulation level at this level, 0.6458. Prices came back down, retest this level at 5.8, went back all the way up to 6.8, touched the top, 10 pips, take profit. It was a good trade. We took a winner of 200 bucks. Now, this was a good trade before we had to close and end with another losing trade on CAD Japanese yen. So CAD Japanese yen right here, with strong volume accumulation levels. Prices came back down, touched it, but didn't make any significant move towards the upside, and we got stopped out down here. So it was I would say throughout this week we went from around positive 4 to 5% down back to close to break-even levels. So it is unfortunate, that's true, and it is also something that I didn't really account for, given that I have been trading for around 4 months now, since the beginning of the year. Of course it could be very demotivating, but we just have to keep going, because greatness doesn't come by greatness. The price of greatness must be paid, and must be paid in a format that none of us like, but it's through perseverance and strength and fortitude and character that we overcome our shortcomings. And so we're going to keep going, we're going to keep our heads up high, and we're not going to stop. Peace out, guys.